what he have to do, you know. He know his game. He did this very well.
Yeah. I was like, there's no...
But when Khabib with us in the camp, you don't have too much options, you know.
Umar's always had it, man. He's always been that next generation of kids.
As Umar, I think, should beat Merab. I think Umar's probably one of the most skilled guys in the division.
That's a good one as well, you know. But I think Merab got a little bit more tools, you know, that he can use. And I'm especially intrigued just to see.
Demetrius Johnson welcomes the #1 pound-for-pound fighter and UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev on his podcast, where they discuss the upcoming UFC 311 bout between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili. Islam Makhachev, while praising Merab Dvalishvili, acknowledged him as a skilled and strategic fighter who has demonstrated strong performances against all his opponents. Makhachev commended Merab's abilities and awareness of his game plan, highlighting his consistency and determination. However, Islam also pointed out a notable weakness in Merab's skill set, stating that his striking abilities are not as strong as other aspects of his game. Islam added, "He is a high-level fighter, but in my opinion, Umar is more hungry."
He know what he have to do, you know. He know his game. He did this very well.
Yeah.
With everybody, you know.
Yeah.
But
the endless cardio, the constant pressure, the wrestling.
He don't have very good striking, but his shoulder striking go like take down.
Islam Makhachev emphasized that Umar Nurmagomedov's ability to neutralize Merab Dvalishvili's wrestling will be a key factor in their matchup. He expressed confidence in Umar's defensive skills, stating that he has observed Umar's capabilities in handling wrestling-heavy opponents. Islam believes that Umar can effectively shut down Merab's wrestling and ultimately secure a victory. Additionally, Makhachev highlighted Umar's superior striking abilities, noting that Umar's stand-up game surpasses Merab's, a sentiment Islam believes is widely agreed upon in the MMA community.
And I see how is Umar defense, and I see he can stop his wrestling, and he gonna beat him because striking, everybody agree with me. He have better striking than Merab, but if he stop his wrestling, it's gonna be.
Islam Makhachev stated that if Umar Nurmagomedov successfully neutralized Merab Dvalishvili's wrestling, it would be a critical aspect of the fight. Demetrius Johnson further added that achieving this would allow Umar to shift the fight's dynamics in his favor, creating opportunities to capitalize on his superior striking and overall skill set. This strategic adjustment, they believe, could pave the way for Umar to control the bout and secure a decisive victory. Praising Umar, Islam stated, "Umar is young, very hungry, and I see he has everything to be champion, and he is a hard worker."
Not easy, but it's gonna be.
It gives him the opportunity to get the
like
W easier.
what Jose Aldo did.
Yeah.
He stopped his wrestling, but his condition because he's old.
Islam also shed some light on Khabib Nurmagomedov as a coach. He stated that Khabib does not let the guys at training rest much. Islam stated that even when it's just a sparring day, they end up hitting the bags for 12 rounds and do running afterwards. Islam states that Khabib does not know any other way to train except to train hard.
Easy training, you know.
Yeah.
But when we came to the gym, 12 rounds is the boxing bags, and after everybody run, it's not easy, you know.
Damn.
And tomorrow, 10 in the morning, we have sparring. This guy, he don't know is other way. Just one way, hard work.
Demetrius Johnson asked Islam Makhachev to reflect on his upcoming bout with Arman Tsarukyan. Islam shared insights about their first encounter, admitting that he had initially underestimated Tsarukyan. He explained that at the time, he believed there was no one in the UFC lightweight division capable of posing a significant challenge to him. Islam confessed that he hadn't known much about Arman prior to their first fight, which added to his underestimation.
Because you've done rematches before.
When I fought with him first time, honestly, maybe I'm underestimate him because I don't. This guy just. I saw him in the UFC.
Yeah.
Because in the Russia, nobody want to come to Russia and fight with me. It's the event in the Russia. It was in Russia, and they're looking for some opponent, you know, for me. And like before 1 month, they call me. We will sign some guy. He have good records. He's gonna be your next opponent.
Islam Makhachev emphasized that he is now fully aware of Arman Tsarukyan's skill set, having already faced him in the past. He confidently highlighted that there is nothing Arman can do at this point to surprise him, as he has a clear understanding of Tsarukyan's capabilities and style. Islam stated, "He have good wrestling. I have same. I have better than him. He have striking. I have better than him. He have grappling. I know my grappling is better."
I see his skills. I don't see something what make me surprise. Because he have good wrestling.
Yep.
Islam Makhachev acknowledged Arman Tsarukyan as the true #1 contender in the division, emphasizing the high stakes and competitiveness of their rematch. He admitted that this fight would be far from easy, as Arman's skill and determination pushed him to work harder and be at his absolute best. Islam expressed confidence that MMA fans would be on the edge of their seats throughout the bout, anticipating an intense and action-packed contest. Islam added, "Now it's a champion versus #1 contender."
It's not gonna be easy match for sure, because he's a #1 right now. He's a guy who make me work more hard because he's a real contender. He have good wrestling. We're gonna wrestle. We're gonna strike. It's gonna be a very good match for the MMA fans, you know.
On the Jackson podcast, Luke Rockhold shared his thoughts on Umar Nurmagomedov, describing him as a true next-generation fighter. Rockhold praised Umar's impressive skill set, highlighting his excellent striking and exceptional wrestling abilities. He admired Umar's creativity and fluidity in the octagon, emphasizing that Umar possesses everything needed and more to dominate in the modern era of MMA.
Umar was the next generation where he was just so fluid and so creative, and and he's got the great wrestling. He's got everything that these guys have and more.
Luke Rockhold acknowledged the matchup between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili as a tough and intriguing one. He pointed out that Merab is a tricky, hard-nosed dude who presents unique challenges. However, Rockhold expressed confidence in Umar's abilities, stating that to succeed, Umar will need to outbox and outstrike Merab, capitalizing on his superior technical skills. Rockhold added that Umar is practically impossible to outwrestle, which will give him a significant advantage in the fight. He added, Umar can beat him everywhere, really.
This is a tough matchup. Merab's just he's a tricky, tough, hard-nosed dude. So it's like he's got to work around him. He's got to he can outstrike him, and he can not get out wrestled. I think that's where Umar can win.
Luke Rockhold shared his prediction on how the fight between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili might unfold. He anticipated that Umar would take control early with his striking, forcing Merab into frustration. According to Luke, this frustration would likely lead Merab to shoot for a takedown, only for Umar to counter effectively and secure a dominant position. He added that the fight would then transition back to standing, with Umar continuing to impose his game plan. Rockhold concluded that he did not see the fight playing out in any other way, confidently favoring Umar's strategic and technical prowess.
Wait, he's going to outstrike Merab, and then Merab's going to get frustrated. He's going to shoot in. Umar's going to counter him. He's probably going to get to a dominant position. It's going to go back up. I don't see it like that fight going any other way.
American analyst and promoter Chael Sonnen addressed misconceptions about Merab Dvalishvili, stating that some people think Merab is playful or even silly. Sonnen questioned where this perspective originated, speculating it might stem from Merab's friendly demeanor or lighthearted dances. However, Sonnen praised Merab as a serious competitor, emphasizing that there is nothing about the way he fights or trains that suggests he is playing around. He highlighted that Merab prioritizes being a competitor above money or fame. He added, "There are some guys you don't play with. Merab is one of those guys."
Merab's not playing around. People keep thinking Merab's playing around, or they think that Merab's silly, and I just don't know where it came from. I don't know. I don't know if he's looked like a nice guy to somebody, or if they think the dance is cute. I have no idea. There is nothing about the way Merab fights or trains where he's playing around. And he is one of those guys. He's a competitor first. You can take the money and you can take the fame. You can shove it up your... He's a competitor first.
American pro mixed martial artist Joaquin Buckley sides with Merab, believing that Merab has a lot more in his arsenal that he might be able to use in his upcoming fight. He expressed interest in comparing the conditioning of both fighters, suggesting that while grappling might be a primary focus for both, he agrees with the common belief that when two grapplers are in the cage, they often end up striking instead. He added, "I can see Merab put on a little striking planning on Umar."
That's a good one as well, but I think Merab got a little bit more tools, that he can use. And I'm especially intrigued just to see how Umar's conditioning compares to Merab as well. So, as much as, I would think that, both of these guys will go out there grappling. One thing that my brother Edric Dillard will always say, when you got two grapplers in the cage.
Corey Sandhagen recently expressed his thoughts on the upcoming bout between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili, stating that he is now rooting for Umar. Sandhagen explained that Merab's comments, where he referred to himself as a gift for Sandhagen in their potential fight, offended him. Because of this, Sandhagen now wants to see Umar put Merab in his place and hopes for a victory in Umar's favor.
And I also kind of, just because Merab's been talking a little bit of shit, I kind of want to watch Merab get served up a little bit by a guy who you know, is supposed to be a wrestler, but wasn't able to wrestle me. But Merab's like still saying that I was a gift and stuff. So I'm on Team Umar now.
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
used to be nice to Merab. That's why it hurt so bad when he started talking so much. But
Lucas Tracy, a well-known MMA commentator on YouTube, weighed in on the highly anticipated UFC 311 title fight, delivering a candid assessment of Merab Dvalishvili's chances against Umar Nurmagomedov. Tracy dismissed the notion that Dvalishvili dominated Sean O'Malley in their fight, stating that Merab never dominated O'Malley. He went on to describe Dvalishvili as an unpredictable fighter, saying, "Sometimes Merab is on this alien mode of cardio where he looks unbeatable, and other times he feels like a very beatable fighter."
If you just watch back Merab and Sean O'Malley like I did the other day, it would make a whole lot of sense. And that is, Merab Dvalishvili struggled with Sean O'Malley and did not dominate Sean O'Malley.
Tracy expressed significant concern about Dvalishvili's ability to secure even a single round against the undefeated Nurmagomedov. He predicted a lopsided 50-45 outcome in favor of Umar, asserting that the challenger would take every round decisively. According to Tracy, this prediction is influenced by Dvalishvili's underwhelming performance against O'Malley and Nurmagomedov's impressive track record. With Umar's undefeated status and dynamic skill set, Tracy believes Dvalishvili faces one of the toughest tests of his career.
I am picking Umar Nurmagomedov to 50-45 Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 311 to take every single round from him. And yes, a big part of that has to do with Merab's last performance, and it also has to do with Umar's.
Lucas Tracy didn't hold back when discussing Umar Nurmagomedov's skill set, calling him possibly the most underrated striker in the bantamweight division, maybe even in the entire UFC. He stated that Umar is not even talked about being among the top strikers of UFC. Lucas Tracy argued that Umar Nurmagomedov's striking is often overlooked, despite it potentially being the second best, if not the best, in the bantamweight division.
What I mean by underrated is nobody really talks about Umar Nurmagomedov's striking as being, I don't know, like number 2, number 3 in the bantamweight division. No one really talks about this guy as being the second fastest guy behind only Sean O'Malley in the bantamweight division.
American professional mixed martial artist Sean O'Malley expressed his confidence in Umar Nurmagomedov's abilities, stating that Umar has the skill set to defeat Merab Dvalishvili, highlighting Umar as one of the most skilled fighters in the division.
As Umar, I think, should beat Merab. I think Umar's probably one of the most skilled guys in the division.
Nigerian mixed martial artist Kamaru Usman praised Umar Nurmagomedov on his podcast, particularly highlighting his mental approach to the game. Usman Nurmagomedov expressed admiration for Umar Nurmagomedov's mindset, commending his determination and focus. Usman noted that he resonates with Umar's current journey, reflecting on a similar phase in his own career. He shared how, like Umar, he was once eager to face top contenders, but faced significant backlash and criticism, with many questioning his merit. Usman recalled those moments when he wanted to take on anyone in the top 5, yet was met with skepticism about his place in the division. This shared experience has given Usman an even deeper appreciation for Umar's drive and resilience.
Just mentally, I like where you're at, and I like the way you think about it, because I was in a similar position to where I wanted to fight with Wonder Boy at the time, and they say the same thing to me, don't deserve it. And I wanted to fight with everybody in the top 5, and they say the same thing to me, you don't deserve it. Don't deserve it. No, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him.
Excited for Umar and wishing him well, Kamaru Usman stated, "We are static. We can't wait to watch you ascend eventually. Walk that walk, get in there, and fight for that bantamweight title. And inshallah, you will be the next Nurmagomedov to be champion."
Graciously watching, and we're going to be excited to see that.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, though.
Umar, thank you so much.
American mixed martial artist Henry Cejudo, on his Pound for Pound podcast, recalled noticing Umar Nurmagomedov's talent even before he joined the UFC. Cejudo, at the time, was a 2-division UFC champion. At the height of his career, he recognized something special about Umar early on. He described an undeniable aura around the young fighter, suggesting he was destined for greatness.
And it's on video, too, so it was with Anatomy of a Fighter. I remember I looked at Umar, and he was sitting down, and I'm like, and this guy right here, I got my eyes on this dude. And then it's on film, because I'm saying that I knew that you were the future. Eventually, when you weren't even in the UFC yet, I think, at that time.
Yes.
But I knew that there was just something special about you. the first time that I kind of rolled with you in San Jose. And
having watched Umar's evolution firsthand, Cejudo now congratulates him for all he has achieved and praises his potential. Henry added that Umar is on the right path, and speaking to Umar stated, "I do believe that you will become champion and you will defend it as many times as you decide to." Cejudo's recognition of Umar's talent and growth is a testament to the respect Nurmagomedov has earned from one of the sport's most accomplished figures.
Umar, you are a stud, man. Congratulations. I think you're on your way to do some amazing things, and I do believe that you will become champion.
In conclusion, the upcoming matchup between Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili has generated a significant amount of excitement and analysis from various figures in the MMA community. Champions, analysts, and former fighters have weighed in on their perspectives, with many favoring Umar's striking ability and wrestling defense as key factors that could lead him to victory. While Merab is praised for his relentless cardio in wrestling, experts like Islam Makhachev, Luke Rockhold, and Chael Sonnen highlight Umar's technical prowess and hunger as crucial elements for success. As UFC 311 approaches, all eyes will be on this clash of styles, with expectations high for an intense and competitive battle that could define the future of the bantamweight division. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest news and analysis from the world of boxing. Don't forget to like the video if you found it interesting, and share it with a friend who loves boxing just as much as you do. Also, click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time for more exciting insights.